Greetings from Bethlehem. I am in the Grotto of the Nativity right now. It's under the Church of the Nativity, the spot where they believe Christ was born here in Bethlehem. And I'm going to kind of give a little tour of a few holy sites here in Bethlehem. I'm not an expert on these things, just things I learned from research and hearing from tour guides and things. So I'm starting here because it's difficult to get down here. There's a huge lineup that sometimes you can wait up to like 3 hours, depending on the time you come. So I'm down here now, so that's why I'm starting here. Then I will go up to the church up top and show what's up here. So here's the cave kind of area. They have a bunch of underground kind of cave systems down here. So where everyone is over there touching, they have a star on the ground, and you can go in and touch the bedrock of the original cave, and that's the spot they believe Christ was born. And then to the side down here they have the spot where they think his manger stood. So anyway, I'll kind of show the area here a little bit. I'm just gonna wait because I want to kind of get in and see where the star is, but it's hard when there's lots of people around. So there's the spot where they believe the manger stood, right there. I think this is called the altar of the Magi, maybe right there.
اوكي حاول تستعجلهم مثلا اجل والله غير قد ساعه.
لا سهل عنهم اتوقع كان عندهم فوق.
معقوله؟ مراتهم فوق؟ يا سيدي. بيجي ضمر تقريبا. يلا بدو.
انا صورت.
So that's the spot right there. And then you come up here. So into the main Church of the Nativity area. Over here, I think this is like kind of the Greek Orthodox part. I think different Christian denominations kind of share this space as they do in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre in Jerusalem. So you can see the line over there. That's the line to get into the grotto. It's usually long, except I think I found in the evening, late in the evening. Obviously tour guides don't take the tourists then. And then in the morning. So they've been like renovating, I guess, the church. Obviously, I think it was built during the time of Constantine in the 4th century, and then I think maybe rebuilt or strengthened or something in the 6th century. So I think they say it's the oldest kind of complete church in Christianity. Here's a mosaic from the original floor of Constantine's church. And what's interesting is they have like graffiti, a kind of like Christian graffiti on the pillars here. And it looks like they're kind of uncovering some paintings or mosaics below the original or the second church here. And there's some icons on the pillars. That's the door leading out from the church. I'll show you it when we go outside, but it's very low. You have to stoop down to enter it. And I think I overheard a tour guide saying like those, that wood is from Lebanon, kind of up there. I'm not sure if the wood from the top is from Lebanon. But anyway, that's a view of the Church of the Nativity here. So right beside the Church of the Nativity is the Church of St Catherine of Alexandria. And I think they even maybe share a wall together. So Catherine of Alexandria was a martyr who lived in the, I think it's 4th century, and she died for her belief in Christ in Alexandria. So this is the church here. So people are going down here into like a cave kind of system area. And I hope I can fit down with everybody. Usually you can, it's just kind of crowded, squishy. You know, while I'm here, I better stop quickly. Over here they have a relic of the manger. So right there is a piece from the original manger. I just want to make sure I get back in line before they say I can't go downstairs. So the majority of the manger, they believe, was taken to Rome, is in the Church of St. Mary Major there in Rome. But I guess that little piece back there is a piece they still have here. Here's a description of the kind of underground system, cave system here in the churches.
Excuse me.
So I'm glad to be able to be getting down here, because sometimes they close it off or they say you can't come down, so. Okay, I'll show you this part after, because this part looks less crowded in here. So I don't know everything in here, but
Thousand years ago, it used to be, as I mentioned, one single cave. So that's the place where it used to be a stable.
okay, so I'm trying to get here first because it seems less crowded. Okay, woo, made it. All right.
Watch your heads.
So this is the cave of St Jerome, and it's believed to be the spot where St Jerome lived. He lived here in Bethlehem for, I think, 30 years, and he was translating the Bible from Hebrew and Greek into Latin, called the Vulgate, which is still used today. So that this door used to be originally lead to the Church of the Nativity, but they've since closed it off. So this is where St Jerome is believed to have lived when he was here in Bethlehem. And then over here is where his tomb is, but they removed his body and again taken that to Rome. I'm gonna try to get through before a crowd starts. So I guess just an underground cave system here.
So the other part,
Yay, I made it. I made it through. Oh, we have people singing. Well, that's kind of beautiful, actually. So that's the chapel of St. Joseph up there, and they kind of believe that might have been where the Holy Family lived after Jesus was born, like in that area. Whether they stayed, I don't know how long they stayed, a few days, a week, months, I don't know. But right on the other side of that wall where my finger is pointing is where the Grotto of the Nativity is, the spot where Jesus was born. Here is the Chapel of the Holy Innocents. It's in honor of the children who lost their lives when Herod said he wanted all the babies under 2 in Bethlehem killed. So that's the Chapel of St. Joseph up there, and I'm gonna try to beat the crowd here. And again, on the other side of, maybe that's Jesus up there, on the other side is where he was born. So again, I'm gonna go up so I can beat the crowd. Yay, I'm so happy I made it. Whew. Okay, now I have time. I'll just give a better look here of the Church St. Catherine of Alexandria. There might be a mass starting soon. Yeah, it looks like it. It's a beautiful tabernacle over there. Where a piece of the manger is below there. They have a little chapel over there where there's a place for silent prayer. So there's a mass starting. They have a lovely little courtyard here. I think the Franciscans have a convent right here. Oh, they have beautiful roses. Okay, I'm really happy to have gotten those spots because sometimes you can't always get to them. I think this is where maybe the Franciscans, our parish hall. Someone pointed something out to me. They have all these saints, and I'm not sure why, but they have one that's the unknown saint, Saint Incognito. There's a beautiful statue of St. George killing the dragon. Okay, we're out. Yippee! This is the entrance to the Church of St. Catherine of Alexandria right there. There's a pilgrim house over there. And then this is the door. So the door is really low. You have to like bend over to get in. And I think I read or heard that like originally it was like higher and they kept making it lower and lower. One of the reasons maybe they didn't want people like animals getting in or maybe invaders, but then also it just kind of connected with like humility, like you have to bow because you're entering into the place where Christ was born. So that was, I think that's a really important reason that maybe they keep it that way. I'm not sure. So anyway, this is the outside of the Church of the Nativity here in Bethlehem, the spot where Jesus was born. It's always so crowded with tourists. Right across there, I think that's called Manger Square. And there may be like a mosque right there. But again, I'm really happy to be able to have gotten those two spots because sometimes it's just not easy to coordinate it. And I wanted to get them all again in the one video, as I'm not editing these videos, I'm just putting it out. It's kind of quiet today. It's Friday, and I've learned that that's like, I think, a Muslim kind of day of rest, maybe day off. And I think the predominant religion here is Muslim, so that's why, it's more quiet here today. So I'm heading towards the Church of the Milk Grotto. It's like about a 5-minute walk up here. They have some little souvenir shops along the way here, and I hope this church is open. I think it should be. Narrow little streets with cars. I found the people here to be very friendly. I just went to visit the Shepherd's Field a couple days ago, and I met a man outside and he's like, "Come back again, I'll always be here." He was kind of selling things. And I was blessed to stay at a hostel that's run by like a Christian family that lives here, and it's really given me, like, I've been able to hear a lot about what it's like here.
Good morning. Where's your umbrella today?
So that was cute. I'm not sure if you heard what he said, but that guy outside the shop said, "Where's your umbrella today?" And so he remembered me from yesterday walking here with an umbrella, and he gave me a high five. So that just confirmed what I just said about people being really friendly here. Okay, so we're coming up to the Church of the Milk Grotto, and they're really strict about being silent inside this church, so I'll explain what it is. It's believed to be built over a cave where, when Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, Jesus was a baby, when they were fleeing from Herod's decree to kill all the newborns, the angel told Joseph to flee into Egypt. So it's believed they fled from Bethlehem to Egypt, and they stopped at this church here. Well, it wasn't a church, it was a cave. And Mary nursed the baby Jesus here, and some of her milk fell in the cave and turned the cave walls white. And so you'll see the chapel here. I'll show you, like, I can't really talk too much when I'm in there. I'll kind of point to the walls where it's white. And people come here to pray, especially if they are hoping to conceive a child or help during pregnancy, and it's connected to like Mary and her pregnancy journey.
Sure.
So you can see kind of like the white color where the rock is not black, it's white. There's a statue of Mary nursing Christ there and a picture of her nursing Christ down below, but there's not really much else over there. So I'm gonna see if we can head out this way. There's another image of Mary nursing Christ. Okay, so I think it looks open over here. They have an adoration chapel where they have Jesus exposed in the Blessed Sacrament, and they have a group of sisters here. I think it's Sisters of the Precious Blood Perpetual Adorers. I'm not sure if I'm right. And there's a sister always praying here. So it's a Catholic belief that the Holy Eucharist is actually Jesus. Like in the Mass, it changes into the flesh and blood of Christ. So he's put there in honor so people can praise. Obviously, if Jesus was there, you'd be praying to him. So that's what's happening here, and people can come and pray to Jesus there in we call it the Holy Eucharist. And there's a little like church up here. They probably have masses here. Yeah, so there's a little cemetery over here. I think you could only go during certain hours. There's a cemetery here with a view of the hills of Bethlehem. Yeah, so that's the Church of the Milk Grotto here. There's a prayer over here to Mother Mary, and then some information along here about the church. There's the prayer, and then they have the Perpetual Adoration Sisters of the Blessed Sacrament, and they have like some information about the history of the church. I went there yesterday. He was pointing me to the shepherd's field, but I said I went there a couple days ago. So the last thing I want to try to get a little bit of, we'll see if I'm able to find it again without using the map here, because I don't know if I use the map, the video will shut off. But it's called Star Street. It's one of the oldest streets here in Bethlehem, and it's believed that the Holy Family could have walked down that street on their way towards the manger, the cave where Jesus was born. Looks like they're teaching someone how to carve wood there. To my friend again. It is a beautiful place here, honestly. Ooh, windy. For the wind. When I went to the shepherd's field, it was like boiling hot, and I didn't realize that, and I was like really overheated. So today is like a really perfect day to be walking around. I hope to be able to make it to where they think St. Nicholas was in a cave here in Bethlehem. Well, close by, a little town close by, I guess, when he came on a pilgrimage to the Holy Land. So I hope to walk there today. Okay, I'm gonna try to make it to Star Street. This, I think, is Manger Square, and again, it's usually really lively here, I think because of the day off today on the Friday. All right, I think it was, oh dear, which road was it? Which road? Oh no, there's two paths to take. I chose the one less traveled, and that made all the difference. I have a feeling it was... No, it looks like that one bends too much. I don't think it bended that much. And then also, this looks like it heads right to the church. So if you see, this, you'd think this would be it. Because it heads straight, they said the road heads straight to the, yes, this is it. I see this like big kind of round bulb thing, which I remember seeing when I walked on Star Street. So again, this is normally really like busy, and it's not. Here, just to give you an example of like a little side street here. Maybe it's a good day that I chose, thanks be to God, to film this, as it's kind of easier to walk. Yay, I know where I am. I recognize this ball. I came up and turned, and I see a sign that says Star Street. So you see right there? So yeah, this kind of road here is one of the oldest roads, and possibly the road that the Holy Family took, or Jesus, Mary and Joseph and Jesus inside Mary when they came. I hear a car. There looks like a mosaic of their journey. Still on Star Street. When the first time I came down here, I couldn't stop singing Christmas carols. So maybe I'll just go down a bit until there's this kind of fork in the road, and then I know my way back to my place after that fork. It says Merry Christmas up there. Yeah, so when I first came, I couldn't stop singing Christmas carols when I was walking down this street. And then in general, like, here's a mosaic center. I know a lady at my hostel who came for a workshop here yesterday. So there's just this feeling, like, not even of, when you're celebrating Christmas and you just love it, there's the tree and everything. There's just a sense of Christmas when you're celebrating it back where you're from. But here, I don't know, it's weird. It feels like it's in the very air you breathe. Like there's just this feeling of Christmas like permeates everything. And I guess that makes sense because this is where it all began, and the heart of Christmas is here. But I can feel it. I'm gonna just cross the road here. Actually, I'm thankful to God that He inspired me to make this video today, because it's more quiet. It's quiet. I'll just get back and show you a nice tree over there. So we're coming up to where there's kind of like a fork in the road. They have an icon center there. And then from there, I think I'm gonna stop the video. Oh, I'm gonna pass them. They're getting into the taxi. So yeah, here's the little fork, and then if you just go, I think down that hill, maybe like 5-minute walk, you come to a hotel, and that's where I read it kind of Star Street starts. Here's the icon center. So yeah, that's the end kind of my walking around Bethlehem and the holy sites here. So yeah, Star Street goes down. I wanted to end where it was a little more quieter. Goes right down around there. Okay, hope you enjoyed this. God bless. Bye.